today we will learn React hooks, and this is my simple application that we are going to use for understanding. Before going dive in React useState hooks, you have to understand what is hooks and what is states in React. So I think you know already, but I'm giving an idea what is hooks. So in React, hooks are a special JavaScript function introduced in React 16, I think, and that allow you to use state and other features like life cycle methods that we use before React 16. So there was at that time there is class component. So using life cycle method, we update state of component. States you can understand like this: state are variable or objects, and that vary all the time. We can say in React that vary every render. We use JXX syntax, so we can say those variables or data that changes over the time. Those are the states in React. So let's dive into use state, and we will understand from scratch. So what is use state and why we use this, and how we can use in React. So this is how we can import from React using use state. Now use state is one of the most fundamental React hooks, and that allow functional component. Listen, we are talking about functional component to manage local state, and before hooks introduced in React 16, state managed by using class component. So there is many lifecycle method. We will understand later how that time in class components state are managed. So there is a component did mount, or I'm not fully remember, but there is lots of like cycle methods at that time. So we used those methods to manage states. This is how we import use state in React, and this is how we can use this. So first we will make simple counter application that increase a count and decrease a count by clicking on button. So this is syntax. So what it will give, it use state, this take initial parameter, this is initial value, and those are this is counter value, counter initialization, and this is a function that will update count. So this we can think just like const state and set state, and we can give we have to give initial value here, initial value. This initial value can be anything. This is giving error because we are not defined initial value. So this initial value can be anything: a primitive value, or string, number, boolean, or a object, or any function, a function that return initial value. We call that lazy initialization. And this use state return an array. So it return a array, and we are destructuring that array count and set count. So we can also give another name at the place of set count, but it is best practice to give now name like this set, and the variable name or state name. This is a function. So the first element is state, and second is a function to update state. So this is function to update this state. Okay, now let's make a button, or you can make button here after initiative. And first we have to make a div, and count this, so it will track the count. So initial value of 0, so it's showing 0. So if we didn't put anything here, so it is undefined, so it expect anything from here, so we can give anything. We are giving 0, so initial count is 0. Now we have to make a button, and button. So this is count increment button. So what we are doing, this is on click event, and we are passing set count function for increment count. So it increase the count value by 1, and we are giving another button that decrease the count value -1, and we can also give another button for resetting count. just like set count equal to 0. So this will increment and this will decrease and this will give 0. So what is the key feature that we have to remember? State update are asynchronous. In use state, these state are asynchronous, and when new state depend on previous state. So it's like when new state depend on previous state, just like if set count with this it if set count, yeah, of this count depend on its previous state, then we have to use function form of set state. So like this with we are giving handle increment, and we are making this function here handle increment. And but what if this count depend on its previous state, then how we can give just like we can make a previous and previous plus 1. So this is a previous state. This is how we can use this is use state. And thanks for watching.